8, guys.
Episode 8? No, it's episode 9.
It's episode 8. That's the previous game week. So.
No, it's episode 9.
It's episode 9. You see, that 5-0 got to my head, man.
Yeah,
fucking hell. That 5-0 got to my head. Now I can't even tell which episode we're on.
It's episode 9.
It's episode 9. Welcome to Fulltime Footy, guys.
Yeah.
Here we talk football. We're biased, but this week we'll definitely
we try to take
will
down
not be biased. The chickens have come to roost in the Man United camp, guys.
It's a dark day. It's been a dark week,
Dark.
It's been a dark week.
Because the scoreline of the weekend was Liverpool 5. Man
Manchester
United. Shambles.
0. Yeah.
Shambles at Old Trafford, guys. Imagine.
At the Theatre of Dreams.
The Theatre of Dreams. So I guess it was the Theatre of Nightmares that day for the fans.
I feel bad for you Man United fans because me now, I had a weekend of my life.
Yeah.
Oh.
What do you mean you had the weekend of your life?
Oh, I had a great time. Everything was going, it's going well, man.
And on your side? How was your weekend, bro?
My weekend was great weekend. But
Until it was Sunday.
until it was Sunday.
Sunday.
Luckily, I couldn't see the game, so I'll say it's a luck this time. I couldn't see the game. Luckily,
Yeah, I also couldn't see the
highlights,
game
so-
because of load shedding.
But
People were just trolling me on WhatsApp.
when I came back, to my surprise, Real Madrid 2, Barcelona 1.
I don't think that's a surprise.
Liverpool 5, Manchester United 0. Also, that's not a surprise if you think about it.
Yeah, I thought
Chelsea
worst
7.
case scenario, guys. I thought it was gonna be
Norwich.
It was gonna be 4-0, guys.
Chelsea 7,
5.
Norwich 0. What the
Yeah,
hell?
but it was not expected. But Norwich is just going back.
Yeah, it's just a big scoreline for a so-called defensive team.
Yeah, they are just
Yeah.
terrible. They are terrible footballers.
No, you just don't have football is not that appealing.
Yeah, and Lena, I don't want that Barcelona. Okay, it's nice, man. Mara, I want to win trophies. That's it. Not playing Moreno football. But I can watch Tucker's football. For me, it's good enough.
It's good enough.
You're gonna win, you're gonna win.
No, that 7-0. It makes sense, man.
Yeah,
Norwich is just going back to where they come from.
Especially
So
without
sad.
maybe without a Lukaku or at least a Werner, I feel like we did good. Everyone
And Mount scored
a
A
trick.
hat-trick.
a hat
I think hat-trick, it was a hat-trick weekend. Yeah.
Yeah, Salah scored
yeah.
a hat trick.
The Egyptian king.
Yeah, the best player in the world.
Yeah, the
The
best,
best player in the
world.
world.
The best player in the world.
Don't input a current
Yeah,
or whatnot.
see,
The
this is-
best player
He's
in
the
the
best
world.
player in the
Ah.
world.
Just give him his credit.
Give it.
Give him his
true.
flowers.
Yeah, while he's still alive.
No, the Egyptian king is the
Yeah.
point, guys. The
But I
guy is
hated how
playing well.
it looked like the fucking Emirates, man.
Yeah.
People leaving at halftime. Where have you seen that?
It did. But I'm
Away
actually
fans singing. Away fans singing and
yeah.
telling Ole to stay. They said Ole must stay because
that's-
they know how incompetent he is.
Yeah.
They were saying that Ole must stay. Then what do we do?
Yeah, that cut deep.
He
to me.
stays.
But I was actually surprised with how many people there were still at halftime. I feel like it should have been half. It should have been
No,
half
the thing is-
stadium. Guys, that loss was supposed to be very, very dismal.
Yeah.
We can't be having such mediocrity, guys,
But it cannot get
at the biggest club in the world.
more dismal
And
than
Old
this.
Trafford even.
At Old Trafford,
Yeah,
even.
that's well.
Oh, with Mourinho, at least it was Anfield.
Yeah.
Old
And it
Trafford.
was 3-1.
Oh, guys.
But because of the manner of the performance, that's why he had to leave. This one was everything that could have gone wrong. Went wrong.
And it went wrong. It did go wrong.
Yeah.
And
You know the saying.
the Liverpool fans, they were singing the away stand, saying
They
he
were
must
screaming,
stay.
man. They were
He must
yelling.
stay, sing Salah songs, they say he must stay. Then he's staying. Yeah, what does it mean about...
You know when I heard those
I can't
fuckers
believe
singing
it.
there at
Yo,
at our ground, I was like, fuck man, fuck the Premier League. These niggas You should not give these niggas tickets, man.
Yeah.
Those niggas were singing, "You'll never walk alone, never drown."
Old Trafford.
Yeah. That shit is disrespectful. Alright.
It just shows how far we've fallen as a club, and
And just before our audio cut off, you were saying, or you don't understand why Ole wasn't just sacked immediately after the game.
He had to go, guys.
he must do the honorable thing and
Because resign. Because you can see the job is bigger than him.
I mean, it's
But the
not-
guy is like, I'm still courageous. But I think maybe it's because if he resigns, it's not good for his CV.
Yeah.
Because they'll just be like, when are you faced challenges and then you gave up.
No, but everyone knows what's
previous
happening.
team is Cardiff. He went to relegation.
He was sacked, I think. Yeah, they were relegated.
But
Under him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why did you bring Ole? Oh, okay.
he was a caretaker.
It was for Kete. It was for him to
Yeah, it was.
take care for a while. And then those motherfuckers made him permanent. I don't know what they were seeing.
Is that doing a
Yeah, they saw the worry. During that time, Akiri Pogba was not seeing eye to eye with Mourinho, and
Yeah,
there was
and then-
talks about him leaving. And when Ole came, there was all vibes, good mood.
Now there are talks about Pogba and Ole.
But that's what I hate. When you have to fire a manager, you have to look to the players. Just fire the manager. You don't look
It's
to
just
the players
bad,
because now you want to, when you fire him, to say it's not us the boys because he had fallen out with the players, and you are going to count the same players, Pogba, Martial, and it's not.
No, I think-
they are not going to be English either way. And then you must just fire a coach, and now Ole must just do the wonderful thing
Aye, he
and
must
resign.
resign,
And
that guy,
he's not competent. You know when they say you're not competent,
Yeah.
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is not competent yet.
And also, Man U must just accept, sorry, they're not going to find the next Ferguson.
Exactly.
I think
That's-
in modern day
that's what I'm
football-
saying.
In modern day
You
football,
must just win and keep
you don't
it
have that
moving.
coach who has been here for a long time.
Because the thing is, guys, the world has changed.
Yeah.
Now there is more exposure to Man United. Back then, it was only the English people
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
maybe wherever.
If you
But
win,
we didn't care about. Now everything's on social media.
And we're
We
watching.
can't be waiting for 10 years, bruh.
We're watching.
United losing for 10 years. Because I heard people say Ferguson struggled when he got to United.
This is not that
But
time.
that's not the same thing, guys.
And it
That's
makes sense.
not- definitely
If
not
the
the
club
same
was
thing.
nothing, if you are Leicester, and then you say we hired Brendan Rodgers when we're starting to make history,
Yeah.
it makes sense because Leicester right now is not a big team.
Sure.
But once they've made their name, then you can't expect anyone else to start from zero when you're not on zero.
You can't do that, bruh.
Say Alex Ferguson struggled, yes, because Manchester United was not Manchester United back then. Now we've built this club, this.
Yeah, no, man. And especially because of the players we have, that's the problem now.
Yeah.
We have good players, and
We don't have good players, man. We have great players. I'm Manchester.
no, they're not great yet. They haven't won anything, but they're good players.
For Man U, but in
To be
those
great, you have
players
to
we
win,
have.
my brother.
But we have a good squad of players.
We have a good squad of players.
Yeah, give that squad to any other manager. Klopp,
But come on.
Thomas
Pep is
Tuchel.
not gonna go to Man United, so is Klopp. So.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay,
Ori.
okay.
Aye, man.
Now the talks about the next man.
potential. Yeah.
Yeah, who do you think is the best suitable one?
Honestly,
for
man,
everything.
I don't know, but I think Zidane. But
Which one?
but I'm skeptical about him because at Madrid, although he did well because we were struggling and then he came, we won the Champions League and all that.
Yeah.
But now that thing is a big project, man. At United, the midfield is a mess.
And at Madrid, they had a great midfield. At
Exactly.
that time,
They had a great
it was
midfield.
the best midfield.
Midfield in the world. Yeah, that's my concern as well. The midfield. So he needs to put in a lot of work in that midfield and the back four. Because Maguire's shit. But I think he can do the job. But hey, I don't know, man.
I think.
I don't know.
Nah, I hear you. Ish, I know I'm going to go against my words, but yeah. You see, this thing of we're building. I know I've been anti-Conte for a long time. But I feel like the next manager that's going to, whoever it is, the only thing they need to kickstart whatever their project is a trophy. And it's not FA Cup, it's not, we need a big trophy to kickstart. If you want us to
There are
leave-
two big trophies.
yeah, so we need
Yeah.
we need one of the, we need a big trophy to kickstart. That's why I'm feeling that even a Pochettino, I always felt like Pochettino was the one. But
Yeah, I also thought he
at
was
this
the
point where we are
We don't
with
need
the
him.
team, we need someone who's going to win, at least with the squad that we have right now, so that
Also,
he can show us that we can win.
In other words, you want to Mura Chelsea.
Exactly.
Something like that.
You see,
Okay,
there's
they're
something that
saying-
I'm craving.
They're saying,
I'm craving that Chelsea thing, man.
they're saying, okay, even me, I was saying, Conte is going to leave the team in the worst position that it is. But what position is it in now?
Exactly.
We don't have. We're
And
building.
what worst position are we talking about?
What
Yeah,
have we
and I
been
think-
building?
I think it's right to have learned that mentality because you remember the first time Conte came to Chelsea, our team was in shambles, man. It was after Mourinho,
Yeah.
falling out with all the players, both Fabregas, Hazard, Diego Costa,
Yeah.
and Conte came first season, league trophy.
Won the league.
But I think in our advantage, we didn't play any European football in that season.
But it doesn't
But
matter.
still,
We just
the
need
thing is
someone
with
who's going
Conte
to win.
when he falls out with players, I don't know what happens. Is management or something? Is,
Okay.
Man management is hard, guys.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah.
That's
But we'd rather
one-
fall out with players.
Yeah,
Even
I
Pep
think
has fallen out
Conte-
with great
maximum
players.
seasons.
Yeah, even Pepe's.
Has fallen out. Every manager falls out
Because
with
even
with
now,
those
I don't
players.
think
But
it's all
who
rose
hasn't
gold.
fallen out with
Yeah,
Only-
every top.
if you don't fall out with a player, I'm sorry, but somehow it means we are not.
But I don't
hard
think-
enough.
Exactly, you
We are
can't
not
please
hard enough.
everyone,
You
guys.
cannot please hard enough.
No, you can't. And those are old men. Those are grown men that we're talking about.
If you're saying Lingard is not good enough, ship him to West Ham and he must never come back. Don't try and when he comes back
Yeah.
now
No,
you
I
embrace
agree.
him and say this is my boy.
No, there is
Lingard,
no
Lingard."
way you're gonna.
If he's
Yeah,
not
I
good
I
enough,
agree. Because even in my opinion, I think the best person who, in terms of management, balancing management and tactics and being a great manager, actually, it's Uklo.
yeah.
Because it doesn't really fall out with these players, but you can see
Yeah.
sometimes the issues.
Yeah,
with
sometimes
But they
But I
play
think,
for him. They keep
yeah,
on
but
playing
at
for
the
him.
end of the day, he brings them all together and you can see they're playing for him, they fight for him.
Yeah,
You see,
So
Uketa.
that thing, it's very rare to find a manager.
Uketa
But,
was in
it
the
is.
same situation that Van de Beek is in.
yeah.
The only difference that with Klopp, he always gave him, even if you
Yeah,
see this is like,
yeah, he did
it's
give
like
him
10
chances.
minutes.
Yeah.
You were always giving him that 10 minutes so that you see against Atletico, when Liverpool was playing Atletico, he did have a bad game.
Yeah.
But at
And
least
he
he
started
won.
that game.
But he was playing for the manager.
Yeah.
It's
Even-
not like
even
it's
at
not like
Old
we're not
Trafford,
playing
he
all of
played.
all of a sudden. I was saying play, and we are not happy to even play. That's what.
Now with all
management
that, Van de
is.
Beek has been a bench warmer.
And they bought him.
Shame, man.
They
It's
buy
a
you,
shame.
then they say you must earn your place. Can why did you buy me?
And very,
You see now, this weekend. You see now what the problem is. This weekend we're not gonna see any change.
What? Oh,
I mean, this is why
that's
I lose pound.
that's the
Still
one
gonna see my
thing.
friend. I'm still gonna see Maguire and Lindelof, Shaw Bisaka.
Yo, yeah,
The only thing is that Pogba is not there, but still he was gonna be on the bench. Oh my god. It's still gonna be 4-2-3-1 for heaven's sake.
And the thing is, that you can name starting lineups, some menu like at heart without them playing. You can guess what's this is the
You see,
starting
if-
and I think you're only gonna get one player or two players wrong.
No,
And
you
it's
know-
a
you know
chance
what?
I don't even know who's gonna start.
Yeah, you know what? There's not like something wrong with having like a regular starting lineup because I think Liverpool at some point you could like predict
Yeah.
their starting lineup, but at least let's see a pattern of play.
It must be the. It must be the.
You see,
the starting
if
lineup. That's
that
like,
has been proved, even like there is a pattern of play in this starting lineup. They know what they're going to do there because with Liverpool, they were like
we know.
they were in charge.
If
Yeah.
if we don't have a Firmino, we're going to look for change formation.
No.
we
Now with United, it's just same starting lineup, but no tactics. 4-2-3-1. I don't know what's happening. I really don't know what's happening.
there was a period.
Pella, as a back four, guys, a back four it's supposed to. I don't know if a back four is supposed to be very, very well structured. Now you can see Lindelof being in midfield and there is no one in that gap hour, guys.
Maguire
Because that's what happened there against Liverpool.
Maguire trying to dribble everyone.
Because the moment there's one centre back there, you are finished, boy. You're finished. But hey, it's things of all, man. But
Yeah,
anyways, I've had enough of this talk, guys. We even spoke about it even more than we were supposed to.
We spoke about other games and came back to this one.
Yeah, man. Just that you see,
right now what is happening is that when I look at teams playing football now, I even feel bad because it's so nice watching teams that have actual managers when they play.
Sure.
You see.
I mean, even West Ham, for even sake.
You see what they did to Bayern yesterday, and it was not luck. That football. You see the highlights. That football, quick passes in the net like FIFA, and you see here it's not a luck. It's not a fluke. Teams have managers. You watch Liverpool play week in, week out.
That's one thing I've seen.
Tactics.
You don't like more.
We play in moments. Manchester United, they play in moments.
Quick passes.
No, they play in moments.
We play in moments, Guti.
Yeah.
Okay.
You see, the other bad thing about United is the pressing.
They don't know where to press.
They don't know how to press, those boys.
They cannot mark. And if you
those
can't press,
niggas don't know how to press.
They'll be exposed.
And it's not only Ronaldo, because Ronaldo is... he's not running, as people are saying.
But they knew when they put him, they knew he was not going to press.
Even Greenwood, Rashford, they don't know how to press. Bruno is even worse.
They don't know.
Those niggas, when you're pressing, guys, you don't just press for the sake of pressing. You have to have a plan.
I feel like it.
Because I saw some analysis after the game, which actually made sense. Because if you are going to press, at least you're pressing the ball and also block one passage of play for the guy you're pressing. Yeah. So now those guys, you go like that, and then there's a guy here.
They'll pass that guy
who's not even marked. Now if you go, at least you mark the pass and you go for the ball as well. At least there's something that you are blocking. Now those guys are just pressing for the sake of pressing.
Just running
Bruno
around.
is just all over the field for the sake of it.
It goes back to the manager.
Exactly.
Yeah. Because if you press, you can't press alone. You have to press as a team.
You have to press as a team, and you have to know how to press.
Yeah.
So
you have to know when. And
that boy of Greenwood, he needs to be taught how to do that.
Yeah,
it's
but
bad.
who is supposed to control that in the field?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Who is the captain? Harry fucking Maguire.
Yeah, people are being skeptical now of why Maguire is the captain.
They've always
but guys, what happened to Maguire? I don't understand, because some of the mistakes that he makes, like
he's not a football player. Maguire is not a football player.
It doesn't make sense. I'm just like, is this guy 80 million defender? And
you see with Maguire,
at the time I thought he was worth it.
Maguire when he started at United, he was terrible. But because of the run of games that they gave him, he was confident and he was a decent defender. I wouldn't say world class, but he was a decent defender. We missed him in the Europa final, and luckily came back for the Euros with England. He was exceptional again with England. Him and Luke Shaw. Then he came back. When they came back, I think it's like his default settings now. Him and Luke Shaw, but Luke Shaw is better. Maguire.
Luke Shaw played shit as well.
Do you see that goal against Leicester where Maguire was calling for a ball, then he was opening like he's a midfielder, like he's Pogba.
Yeah, it was.
They are passing him the ball. Then he's
as the ball is coming, he's telling the midfielder.
They are pressing. Then he wants to mark.
You mean that one that represents Tillemans?
Yeah, that one.
So you see such things. Even if you say the coach is rubbish, that thing is not Ole's fault, that one.
Yeah,
you as a player, you have to know better, man. You have to know better. As a professional, I'm talking about a professional. I mean, that guy's career is to play football. That's what his career is. When he gets a salary, that guy, it's because of football. Yeah, guys, Tina, although this thing is entertainment for us, for those guys, it's a career and it's still entertainment. Football is nice. It's nice playing football. It's also their life. Guys, you can't tell me that we expect such mediocre when in your work, in your job, when you're supposed to deliver such mediocre.
You must just fight for profession at least to get.
Fight for the profession. Show us what's the difference between yourself and other kids who are playing on the streets or something.
Why are you playing for Manchester United? There's someone who's playing for Leeds.
Exactly.
Show us why.
Show us why
you play for Manchester
United. Guys. So anyways, Yeah, Chelsea were the big winners of the weekend.
But you see, when I look at this scoreline, this 7-0 and 5-0, it highlights how sometimes it overshadows how good the other teams were. Because now we're busy talking about Manchester United being school ball. But how perfect were Liverpool in executing their plan?
True.
It's like it's the balance. It's like it's a mixture of terrible football and good football. You're going to get 5-0 and 7-0. Because if Chelsea come and execute their plan
that's true.
to their standard, they're going to win 7-0. And when if you come and you are bad, you are that bad, you're going to lose. If Liverpool come and they put their plan together, that is perfect. They win 5-0. When you come with your plan that is not even perfect,
I think that's also because Man United is the big team, guys. That team is it's a bigger team than all the Premier League teams. So when shit happens to United, it's bigger than everything.
But they've shown us
everything.
But
so that's why we can't even manage it like all the guys. It can't.
In the past 5 game weeks for Manchester United, I can't remember when we played good football, G.
Yeah, I can't.
When was it?
Just the opening game. Is it the opening game? The one against Newcastle?
When was it?
No, I'm just saying because we were way before Ronaldo's. Yeah.
Ronaldo's team.
That's it.
Even there was like
that's it.
Moments.
Even then it was still.
It was just
because it was a 4-1.
Yeah, also because of the moment of how.
The moment, because Bruno's thing was a moment.
Yeah, it was.
It's just.
But in terms of a team,
in terms of team building and all that, there's nothing, man. There's nothing.
Yeah, but also when it comes to fans, I will say it. Manchester United fans are flip-flops. All of them, they are sensationalists. All of them. Today we win 5-1. Yes, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Yes, we have Ronaldo. The next game we lose. Yeah, we want him out. You see.
Yeah, they must
you
know
must
where
look
they
at
stand.
it.
So now,
if we win the next game and Ronaldo is on the score sheet, everything else is gone now.
Yeah, let's not forget the ambition, guys. No, you are right. No, we can't.
You remember how terrible we played against Atalanta? And then we won that game by some individual brilliance and a Ronaldo late winner. Then all of a sudden it was done. The game before that it was the game against Leicester and everyone was down. And then the game against Atalanta, everything played out according to how we thought it was going to, and we're losing that game.
And also your ex-legends, because after that game against Atalanta, Scholes said he was not impressed.
He was not, and I agreed with him.
And Ferdinand was disagreeing with Scholes.
They must.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. No, guys. You guys, you have. You know what Ferdinand said. Ferdinand said
is a sensationalist as well.
Yeah, you see.
No, I agree, guys.
You see.
No, Ferdinand. I agree. Ferdinand is a man who likes that adrenaline, because that's what Ronaldo gives you.
Okay, we see Ronaldo. What about the team? I'll go look the performance of the team.
No, guys, you know what Ferdinand said. Ferdinand said the first half was shambles, as it was, and then he said second half they brought positive energy, which he feels like we should carry going into the Liverpool match. Which makes sense. From what he was saying.
We knew.
Yeah, we knew, but he was just trying to be positive, guys. I don't think there was anything wrong with it. Now, Scholes was just like, you can't play first half like this against Liverpool and expect to get away with it. And that was happened because we were losing 4-0 by half time.
Also, you see, it's also one thing that the difference between Manchester United and the other teams in the Premier League is because we don't want to move past our legends.
Yeah.
We don't want to move past, say, Alex Ferguson.
That's true.
We want to fire Ole, but just because, say, Alex Ferguson was with him in the training, it means now he's fine. Mm-hmm. Just because Gary Neville he said Ole is his friend and he must continue. You must move on past your legends. And a football team must be run like a football team. If Rooney comes and says this manager is fine, who is Rooney? Now we're running a football club. Imagine, because now they played with him. But Ferdinand is their friend. So they must protect, because
even Ronaldo, he played with him all the day.
No, Ole must do the honorable thing.
Yeah, as you're saying, we must move on from our legends. Let's also move on from this topic, guys. I mean, I'm tired.
24 minutes
honestly, of being biased for nonsense. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, this was a great
No, so let's look at other stuff, guys. Other stuff, no, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, Leicester went to Bradford and they came out with a win. That was actually good for them. 2-1.
2-1. Who scored?
Yeah, that was a good one. Tillemans is scoring, eh?
Tillemans and he scored.
Again, man.
Screamers.
Again.
I saw that goal. Screamers.
Yeah,
And a
he
different.
scores.
Do you remember that goal he scored against United?
Yeah, I remember that one.
That was a. You see, if that was scored by.
That guy
if that was
is-
scored by a Pogba, even today he was
We'll
going to
still be
play.
talking about it. Yeah, that's true.
And
you
he
see
scores
that guy?
goals week in,
That's,
week out.
we need such players, man, at United.
Do you think we're going to get them?
You
Yes.
Tillemans, what a player, man. And Madison scored.
Yeah, Madison.
Yeah, so no, man, big ups to Leicester because it's hard at Brentford, guys. I watch their matches. It's hard there.
But shout out to Brentford. Out of all the teams, I expected them to be like the West, like where we go and collect 3 points, or where other teams go and collect 3 points.
Because with us, you never know. We might be the ones who give Norwich points.
Even
If
if-
we played against Norwich,
We haven't played. No, I haven't played against
find
Norwich.
Pookie fighting
They really
themselves
promoted
again.
teams, no.
Yeah. So and then West Ham beat Spurs.
Do you know what's called?
You see now. You know. You know who scored. Antonio on the score sheet, back on the score sheet again. That guy is big, guys. The guy knows that guy's a striker, guys.
But West Ham.
That guy is a striker. Antonio
And on
beating Spurs.
that topic of West Ham, you see, if Moyes hadn't coached United yet, he was going to be one of the names that are shouted out for the United job right now.
Yeah, true. Yeah,
He
but
knocked
then,
us out. He qualified for the Europa last season. He's doing well. He knocked City out yesterday, and he's just doing well. He's doing well overall.
Yeah,
if
he
he hadn't managed United before, he was going to be one of the names.
And that would have
Moyes.
made sense of it.
Yeah.
Because why? Because the people, our next managers are decided by our legends or
Oh,
ex-managers,
yeah.
and if they feel like they
Ferguson.
like Moyes now, then
Oh, yeah, Gojo, he was pinpointed by Ferguson.
Ferguson said he's the chosen one.
Yeah.
See where we are.
He was just saying that because of his long run with Everton. Fuck that shit.
See now. You see where we are
don't
because of the
care
chosen
about
one.
The Scottish as well now.
But I guess it made sense at the time.
Yeah, but you must select players. You see, if you're a manager, Kevin, and I fire you, or you resign because of your good work, at the end of the day, you are fired by me. You are not the manager of the team. What's next for the team must be decided by the board. The people who are responsible. Not me, because you already won 4-0 last week. Imagine if they said, Peter Msimane, when he left Sundowns, was the one guy who said, I want who and who to succeed to succeed me. Who? Then they lose. What's going to happen? We are a good coach, but you're not. You're not good enough to select coaches. Clearly.
I think Maxwell is a big symptom of unconscious bias. We're talking about West Ham and Spurs. Somehow now we're talking about United.
Yeah.
No, it's because of David Moyes.
You breathe United, boy. Your blood is red.
I'm trying.
I know, I understand.
I'm trying,
I understand.
David Moyes is playing high. Yeah.
David Moyes child Spurs, guys. Let's give him his flowers without
But-
dragging him into the United saga.
What's the next game for Spurs? I'm fearing for Spurs.
So it's United. Spurs lost their last match, and Nuno is also gonna start to be in hot waters now.
So we're playing the El Sakiko.
So it's exactly.
Oh, yeah, I saw El Sakiko.
We're playing the El Sakiko. I hope Nuno wins this. No.
I hope Nuno wins this, guys.
must win the
We can't
game.
allow all to go and win at Spurs 3-0, 3-1, and then now he's dragged now. You see what?
Please.
If he can win a game, let him win against Atalanta, because that one is a knockout competition, guys. If you don't win there, you're out. So okay, you can win there, but Spurs, please, man. Son, it's been long, my brother.
Son,
I haven't
masterclass.
seen Son in a while, man. So please, those guys must beat us, and we're going to them. So hopefully they'll deliver. I know, guys. It's not like what I know. We have to lose, guys. We can't lose like. Nowhere to lose. Because I know against City will lose. This one, if we lose this one, and then next week we're gonna go to City, and then we'll lose again. Yeah, for sure. We'll lose again. Then they'll have no stress. But guys, the thing is, as much as this thing is about, it's bad that we're losing and all of that. We're seventh, guys. We're seventh.
Imagine, can you open
we
the
are
table?
seventh.
I think
If we lose against,
we're level points with Arsenal. Imagine,
Arsenal is back.
Had a treble start, and we're saying, yeah, Arsenal this, Arsenal that.
Yeah, so if we lose
We're
against
11th.
Spurs, against City, we might be 15th for like K.
I mean, I don't want us to play this thing of Arteta, and because when we lose and then we win and then we lose again, and it's just not sustainable. At least Arsenal, they can say they don't have the players.
Yeah, so
it's understandable.
So talking about Arsenal, they won on Friday.
Sure.
I thought it was going to be the when we predicted the match
Against
Villa.
Oh, and I predicted a draw as well.
You predicted the draw.
Yeah.
You said they're going to win.
I'm not sure.
I think I predicted
Yeah,
because it's Aston Villa, but they won 3-1. So that boy of who's this boy? Emil Smith Rowe.
It's too good.
What a baller, man!
Too good.
What a baller, man!
It's too good.
Yeah. That boy.
What's the-
You see the way that boy drives the ball. I feel like that's.
It looks like
we
he's a
like
purpose.
we like that energy. I mean, I will hammer your boy again. Bruno can drive the ball.
Yeah.
He can't.
Yeah,
That boy can drive the ball, boy. We don't have a driver in United. We don't. So I think Van de Beek can be that person.
Yeah, he can, but he's not
Potentially.
going to play.
But he's not going to play. That's the.
On record, can you please have Conte on record?
You want Conte?
Yes.
So Conte was done.
Speaking about people who
I
can
think
drive
so.
the ball, Kovacic.
Kovacic can drive the ball as
Oh,
well.
yes.
Yeah, I know him from.
Like, every time I watch him, he's getting crazy.
From his times at Madrid, exactly. That's why I'm saying that Madrid
his passing
midfield. That Madrid midfield was
fluid.
It was packed.
It was
Because
fluid.
Kovacic was on the bench,
And when he comes in,
and when he comes in, he has that energy. So Zidane had the team there.
And the Casemiro is
So
defensive.
I don't know how he's gonna do it.
Once in a while, the Casemiro is going to score a scream and then
Exactly.
win. And
So
next?
Madrid was perfect, guys. But anyways,
But,
Watford got their win. First win
Against?
first win for Ranieri.
Oh, Ranieri is there.
Yeah, man. And they won 5-2 at Everton.
Rafa Benitez.
At Everton, man. Imagine Everton drew with us. These niggas go there and they catch a win away from home. Impressive from Watford, guys. I was just impressed with that. And Leeds seems like they might go down.
That's a good one.
It's bad with BSS team, guys.
Let me see the
I think they've only won one match the whole season.
So
Now I'm saying this because people like his football.
Yeah.
And people like Leeds generally. But this season they're just struggling.
But Marcelo Bielsa is another proven winner. If they want to do away with OK, they must do
But
away
what
with
has he
Ole.
won? You mean win games?
He has won the championship. He has won the championship.
Okay, yeah, it counts, but not for the United job.
No, I was also watching that there's a Leeds documentary. So when they hired him, they just failed to qualify for promotion with another manager. I'm not sure who that manager was, but they just failed, and they fired that manager and they brought him in for that season. And then you can see in the documentary, and you can see the football that he's playing, and the football that he played to get them promoted, and the football that he played last season. Maybe
But
it's dark days now, but compared to Ole,
Yeah, he plays good football, but it seems like he's also a danderhead. I don't like danderheads, man. I don't like danderheads.
But you
As
see
a manager, you have to be flexible, guys. Not all the games are the same. They don't want the same strategy.
No, I
so that
understand.
guy, it seems like he wants to attack.
I understand that,
They want to
but-
fuck him out. And they've realized him now in the Premier
Always
League.
like-
But like the Premier League, it's always like this. You play first season, you play well.
The next
They figure
season-
you out next season. You're out. That's
Remember
what
Watford?
happens. So you have to change. You have to keep changing.
remember Watford with Troy Deeney when they almost qualified for Europe? And
Exactly.
It was number 7.
They were
The
playing
next
well.
season,
The
they-
next
they
season,
got relegated.
relegation. It's being a dunderhead. So
Even
Bielsa, he doesn't want to listen.
United as well.
Eh?
Sheffield United as well. They have
Sheffield United as well. Man, you don't
But
have
you
to
see,
be a
we-
Dandai.
we
I
know
think you could say the same with Conte
Yeah.
when he left Chelsea eventually.
But with Bielsa,
Second season, yes. Shambles.
or with
It was
Bielsa
shambles,
or
man.
Conte, whoever that manager is, I like teams that have an identity. With Liverpool, you don't
Yeah, there is an identity, but
obviously,
maybe a Dandai.
no, but obviously against City, against those 2-3 opponents you change. But you must have an identity that we play like
Sure,
this wherever
sure,
we go, which is what we're not seeing at all. Like,
No, that's true.
don't be, it's like, don't be too extreme and now play the same time every time. So we are going to be predictable. But also don't go every game to with different tactics. So we are playing Brighton. Manchester United is changing tactics now. We are playing. That's what Mourinho did in his last days. He was playing for small teams like Brighton and they still chow him.
Brighton is not
Sorry, Bachi.
so much is difficult. That's boy.
Oh, Pascal Gross, they were
Pascal
dealing.
Gross. They are good players, those boys. Man. So today I think we should just call it the managers podcast today.
Yeah.
Because speaking of managers, Koeman is gone.
Yes.
Ronald Koeman.
The Koeman!
Yes.
The Koeman is gone.
I
Ronald
feel
Koeman
like
is
most of us,
sacked.
they took a long
They
time
took
to
a
make,
long time.
to
You
make
know,
that
do-
decision.
This like what we're going to be saying on episode 11 when Ole is gone. Episode 11 we're going to be saying
Ole will be gone.
Why were they waiting? They could see after the Liverpool result. They could see after the Champions League. This is Champions League win. Was a SWAT Champions League win. And then they played the Clasico, they got out, then they got out by Falcao. Wait.
Imagine.
So Barcelona, Falcao was a free agent and Luke de Jong had a fee. Do you know who they chose? They chose Luke de Jong.
Yeah.
And Falcao scored and Memphis Depay sent Koeman home because he missed a penalty.
Yeah, I missed. Did you miss it on purpose?
No one misses a penalty on purpose, but I'm just glad he missed it.
I think Pogba would have missed it on purpose. and
Pogba, is that you saw that red card?
Those players, man. Pogba will tell you no.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But that Pogba red card, that's what I mean. That's what I mean.
That's
You see,
a red
sometimes when
He
I
was
say
frustrated.
players, they must just play to show that. You see, even that Ronaldo thing was a red card.
Yeah, it was a red. Lena Ole doesn't read the mood, man. You can't put Pogba on in that situation because it's already 5-0.
But okay,
3. Why are you putting him on?
That's
For
the
what?
thing.
Put Donny then for him to show himself.
Yeah, or so that you can expose our.
Because we're never gonna come back in that game. Why are you putting Pogba there?
Aren't you resting him? Rest him again. This game is already lost. You must continue resting him.
Yeah.
But it's what I'm saying.
There was no point in putting Pogba.
Players must play for themselves sometime. I know it's a red card and it's unsporting, but come on, just do something. At
But-
least do something. At least.
Which coach is Barcelona gonna get though? And what are they gonna do with that squad?
They're going to go.
I think they're going
For
for
Xavi.
Xavi, yeah.
And it's a bad. I
Okay.
don't think it's a good option.
Yeah, I also think it's a bad
It's a
idea
bad
because
idea.
those players they
Bad idea.
have Barcelona identity because I think Xavi might come there trying to revive the old Barcelona identity.
I think they do.
They do, but we just need a man. You see, just like
I think
Manchester
Memphis
United.
fits the Coutinho.
Just like Manchester United, you have a
But
team,
you have Busquets.
you have a team that's
Frankie.
good enough to win any game. We're not saying go on now and go on a winning streak that will win Champions League and the league. Just play this. Just play decent and win games that you're supposed to win. We know you're going to lose there and there because it's your start, which is what Koeman has
'Cause-
failed to do.
For me, I feel like that Barcelona football, the Barcelona football that we know, the only person who can do it and win, it's Pep.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anyone who can do it and win.
It's the same.
So if Xavi is gonna go there trying to do that, it's gonna be a hard time, guys.
Maybe not
It's gonna be a hard time.
Because
Because
if
if you
you lose, okay, Enrique. had
If you look at
but
Enrique,
still-
exactly.
But still, he won a treble and
Even though he was playing Barcelona, but it was not like that.
yeah, it was not that.
It was not that.
I think
But that one-
at some point we have to admit that maybe that's his style of football. Because
Oh,
at the prime of Barcelona playing that tiki-taka and winning stuff, it was with Pep.
yeah.
So I'm just thinking.
That's what I'm saying, I feel like that thing is-
for Guardiola.
Is it Barcelona football? It was or Pep perfected the Barcelona.
It's
style.
Pep perfected that thing.
So everyone wants
at the
to,
moment, I feel like Pep is the only one
and
who
everyone
can do that thing.
wants to reach that standard. And the coaches before Pep, they were winning, but it was that's what you want. Decent football.
And I think Pep Liena he still misses Messi to perfect that thing with other teams.
Actually, Barcelona, Nabo Xavi, Iniesta, Busquets. He misses a lot of players to play that kind of. Even at Bayern, he didn't replicate that.
But I feel like the only thing that he misses is that Messi effect. Because you can see they will play passes and all that, but they don't have that
finish,
Messi,
that instinct,
Messi.
that instinct.
No one has it in that city
no one has it.
For them, he tries. But
extra.
That because Messi, honestly, if he was a good fit on that Pep team and he perfected it.
Yeah.
Because Messi was the one who was perfecting everything that they were doing on the pitch.
Yeah. So
and if they didn't have Messi, well, Spain, you can say Spain is a representation of what they could do without Messi.
Yeah, but you see,
you could see that
there was
that
some
Barcelona one was.
Because if you have a Villa now, you don't have that. But sometimes the game is tight. We're just winning it on position. We just need that one goal to make it 1-0, so that we pass and frustrate you.
But that thing was also amazing because even Spain, even though they didn't have Messi, they did well because they won the World Cup Euros again.
Which
was a
that's why I think
dominant.
we have to respect Guardiola because even when he went to Bayern, there were a lot of German players like and when they got to the World Cup, they did well.
So what German did,
except England.
But you also in England.
Okay, also England. They went far in the World Cup.
But look at the player. But you must look at.
But that's not Pep ball. That guy of England is also crazy.
And you know, that's not his ball. But you can see that the players.
It's probably a thunderhead like Holland.
Yeah, if there's an English player from his city, you could see.
He has produced a lot of English players that would have not been there if Pep was not fit. He revived Stones, okay, but he bought him as well.
Yeah, he did revive Stones though.
But there's
a lot of Z again.
Stones.
Like got another
Laporte is playing again. Because he was playing in the Carabao Cup.
It's Laporte shit.
He's not.
Is Salah just good? Then.
Also,
because my thing is, I can't get rid of that thing that Salah did to Laporte. The only thing is that he didn't fall. You see, if he fell, it was gonna be an exact replica of Messi 2015. Honestly, it's just that he kept his feet because he was chowed there. He was gone. He was a gone boy. He was out of it.
Sometimes to just compliment the attacking player because
it's hard, man. Because honestly, the honest truth is that when you have the ball, you've got the advantage.
Yeah, because
you know what you want to do the ball. Now, as a defender, guess what you're gonna do. If I'm not smart, then you're gonna tell me.
Yeah. So that's what. So when you're a defender, basically, you are smarter than.
Yeah.
That's what
Kante does. I guess, yeah.
Because the thing is, before you pass and he intercepts it, and
I think Kante does that well.
Yeah.
Not a defender, but I can read.
No, but what I wanted to say with the Koeman thing is that Clasico is gone, man. It's gone, guys.
It's gone.
Do you see, we're just mentioning it in passing, guys. Because if it wasn't the past, we're going to be talking about the Clasico for an hour. Did you see that Ronaldo shot? Did you see that Messi killer? Like, did you see when Ramos shouted
about it and he was moving on to a United point? It was like just
exactly.
Clasico 2-1 and then he moved on to
El Clasico now is just an additional point.
I think now watching Vinicius versus Ansu Fati. I'm not saying they are good players.
They're good players, but
from Ronaldo and Messi.
Even before Ronaldo and Messi.
Even before Ronaldo.
No, you know what? I think I just have. I don't know, let go.
That was it. You know when they say
I don't know, let go.
Neymar, Suarez, Messi, Benzema, Bale, Ronaldo. If you lose there, it's fair play, you lost and we can celebrate. But now you can say, but you see when we have Koeman.
So guys, you're telling me I'm never going to see that thing again? Like never again. Even if it does happen, it won't be at the same level.
Yeah, that's going to be. We're watching it, Messi and Ronaldo.
Yeah, the thing is those two players, Ronaldo and Messi,
it's over.
Entertain us and I don't think maybe it will happen, but I don't think there are gonna be other players who are gonna reach that level of that.
Yeah.
Those players they are one of a kind.
I honestly don't want to let go. It hurts me to see El Clasico in that state.
Yeah, it's
El
like
Clasico was huge, man.
Like
El Clasico.
It has fallen to the level of
you could feel now you're at Camp Nou and
what's the
Messi's
one?
about to bring the roof down.
Yeah, what's the one in Italy?
Oh, yeah.
It's like that thing.
It's like that thing.
It's a million.
Now I get more excited when it's like Juventus versus Inter.
So now the question now
Yeah.
becomes, which one is the biggest game in the world now? Because clearly,
I think City
No.
versus Liverpool.
Yeah.
I want the match. So City versus Liverpool is now the biggest game in the world.
In the world, yeah.
And
So
that's
entertaining as well.
and I said what did I say? What did I say? I put a challenge to him.
Okay.
that game is the game of the season.
Oh yeah.
It is the biggest game in the world right
You
now.
must wait for
The season to finish.
No. In terms, you see now,
I was saying
I can
that
agree.
Liverpool City game is gonna be the best game of the season. That's what I was saying.
No, I agree with you. When coming to the end,
I also said it was
it's
too
the biggest.
early.
No,
Yeah, it's too early, but that game. I don't know.
I see the angle that you're coming with. That if it's the biggest game, in the
It
world,
is the biggest. Yeah.
It's like El Clasico. If
Yeah.
El Clasico, even if it ends like at 1-1, and it was like because there was Messi and Ronaldo, there was like Salah and Kevin De Bruyne and Klopp versus. It's big in that essence. You find that against Barcelona, maybe lost or won against some Valencia. It was like a thrilling game, but in terms of like game of the season, like where everything was like. Match, manager match, player for player match, and then we watched an entertaining game of football.
Sure. Player for player.
Or are you saying when in the Premier League or including every competition?
No, you know the Champions League, man.
Obviously,
It's always No, for the Champions League, you know it. We might get a 3-3 with PSG versus City or something.
Yeah.
But in the Premier, I was saying the Premier League.
Bayern is gonna produce. I just know Bayern is gonna produce something.
No, but Bayern, I feel like most of the time they don't give us classics.
Yeah,
they
they
give
just-
us like they
just chow,
us,
they just chow, and then
you know how it's a classic with Bayern. It's a classic if Bayern loses.
Yeah.
Then it's a classic.
because they lose.
Because when
they score.
it's hard to beat them.
Yeah. You remember when
Then it will be a
the
classic.
classic was when you won 5-3 and
Exactly.
then, because they
because
scored, yeah.
they lost.
But
Madrid won.
if you had failed to score, they still can't score the 3 goals. So
Because you can say that 7-2 when they choked Barcelona was 8-2 or
8-2.
7-2.
Yeah,
It's not a classic.
it's just another.
They were just mooring Barcelona
It's just another
all
great
over.
game of football.
But Barcelona versus Bayern when Messi scored,
Yeah.
when Bayern lost,
Yeah.
that's a classic.
That's a classic because
So with Bayern, you have to beat them in order to make it a classic. They don't give you like a classic when they win.
2012 did a drop account because it was penalties.
yeah, that's
That's a classic.
because you won.
They lost, but Bayern, and it was a good game.
That's why I'm saying, if you win, if the
And
opposition wins, then it's a
exactly.
classic. 'cause
It means you were
fought.
that good and you fought.
Even if it's a
And you did fight, guys.
Yeah, and you
Very
fought.
fought. We fought.
They even missed the penalty. Like
From last 16 we were fighting.
like check had to. I'm talking about the final. I mean, check had to keep a penalty for Bayern not to lose.
Yeah, Robert, he saved it. Yeah,
It's hard, guys. So the Premier, the Champions League, it always produces classics, but yeah, man, we'll just wait to see. But I hope the Champions League delivers this season, because last season I didn't see a classic.
Yeah.
And also, since the pandemic and
So there were no fans.
as well. Yeah.
So probably this season we'll get something
you
tasty.
see the
Get
Champions.
something tasty.
You see, when the Champions League, I knew it was over. At the Bernabeu, second leg of every match, quarterfinal, and you knew it was over. When you see that the Ramos, Ronaldo, and you knew it was over. Then you knew it was over.
Wait, you see why I'm not gonna let go? It thinks of this, man. Because when Max is saying what he's saying, I'm just having
At the TV
goosebumps,
room,
man.
you remember the TV room boy?
I can't
When you
hold
still watching
myself.
football in the TV room,
Guys,
TV room. Oh,
That era, man.
yeah.
It can never be seen. I don't think it has ever been seen even.
And
I was not there when Maradona were playing.
Yeah.
Which game are you talking about?
No.
It's talking about Madrid wins that 3 years. Well, basically,
every game I was there hoping like they lose or something happens, and every game they win.
That against Wolfsburg, the Ronaldo.
Against
Wolfsburg, yeah. And
I remember that. I remember when Dante after the first Dante was like, Ronaldo's a small boy.
Remember when Neymar?
Yeah, even against Atletico when
he showed him.
Simeone
Then Ronaldo
when Neymar went to PSG the first season, and then the last 16, the first game was Madrid against PSG.
Yeah.
And
we're thinking, PSG is gonna beat Madrid, and that's the thing, man. You see,
every game
throughout that 3-year run.
I never liked the PSG. The time they lost against Barca 6-1, I never respected them. Even the Barca, at that point they were charged by Liverpool. I didn't respect them. I have to respect yourself. You can't do that.
Madrid is too big.
But also that's also the question. You see how managers have done it. When Barcelona won it in 2015-16, no, it was 14-15.
14-15.
Yeah, 14-15.
Yeah.
When they won the Champions League, they won the treble. There was like some style of play, and you could see that Enrique was the man.
Yeah, he was. Even though he had good players, he was a good coach.
Yeah.
You could see that this guy.
The thing with
coaching
Zidane is that over his stay at Madrid, there's been a lot of question marks. But the only thing that is there is that he won the Champions League 3 times. Every time we're sitting there thinking,
that's true.
Every time we're sitting there thinking,
So
someone,
it's 3 times.
It was 3 times. And the thing is, as Max is saying, it was 3 times, and mostly it was the quality of the midfield, obviously, and the quality of Ronaldo and Ramos.
Yeah.
But also, then you cannot. But also, you cannot cut him.
Wasn't lacking anywhere.
And no, there was a season where we won the league and the Champions League. That season was the season where we were
I
like,
think
okay,
it's the last Champions League.
now this guy I respect because he had double squads by that time. Champions League, he played Ronaldo. Weekend, he played Isco and them. And we won. I was like, no.
And I think that season, Barcelona thought they were going to catch up with him in the league.
Exactly.
You
see that season, that's where I was like, okay, Zidane, I give you.
Yeah, it was the third season. I was like, all right.
Yeah.
Okay, I couldn't see your Texas and
yeah, but now, because it was 2 squads and they were playing the same identity and all that, and we won. So I feel like every episode we always more retro, man.
Yeah.
I think this episode was more managers than menu.
Yeah, I'm saying we always talk about football.
Yeah, because that was the football. That was like,
It's because it was that good, that era.
Remember that El Clasico Super Cup where Ronaldo was in the sub and then he came in and he brought that goal and remember that Messi celebration and got a red card. Then he went out.
And then went up. You see that one? After that game, I was like, big man things. For real.
You see?
Big man things.
You see, that
one was too much, boy.
You see, Champions League was a movie. Every game they play, you see, these ones are going to lose. They are not good enough. They play, and you can see they're not good enough.
Yeah, well, the only thing frustrating me with that Madrid team was like, hey man, Barcelona can beat this team.
But they never play them.
Yeah, in the league, I did always beat them.
That's what I'm saying.
I was like,
they never play them.
They never play them with them.
Bruh, we never played with the Champions League. We played once.
Yeah.
We played once and Messi destroyed us.
Yeah,
and you see,
the whole squad.
When he dribbled the whole squad, yes. I was finished. The next day at school, I was meat boy. The niggas were all over me. They were like, oh boy, even Ramos and Marcelo, they were crying. You are also allowed to cry, boy.
Ramos, in his life, he has never marked this. Every time, Ramos, it's just this thing. It's like Village and Torres. You have that player as a defender.
True.
It's like Utawa and Kabuz.
Yeah, and that was the thing, man.
No, that's true.
You see, when you can swear, or when you can at least when you believe that your team is good enough to beat this team, also because you have seen it in the league, or even if they beat you, it's going to be a 50-50, then you see Madrid is winning. So against all these other opponents, and now because you know that you can beat them, but somehow because now you're not good enough, you get beaten before you can meet them, and the only thing you can say, yeah, they got a weak draw, then they win it. Then it's next season again. We start again.
When I was trying to go to, why can't we face last 16 man?
Madrid, I really wanted that match.
Madrid.
At least once.
Bella, that one. If we got
if you
Madrid and Barcelona in 2015, that one was going to be peak Ronaldo versus Messi for the last time, and we never got that.
The Champions League.
In the Champions League, where it matters the most. That's where we were gonna see Uri. What is exactly going on? Because when they met the first time, Ronaldo was not. He was still he had adjusted, but we hadn't won anything at the time.
Barcelona was
at peak Barcelona. It was even Pep Guardiola.
Even when they won against United and Ronaldo was still playing for United, it was like, world class team playing against some.
My only sad thing about that was that we were not supposed to face you. Yes. We're supposed to face this once.
Chelsea.
And we're going to beat this one.
Oh, Real Madrid. We beat you last.
No, man. I'm talking about 2009.
United.
2009.
United.
That's what he's talking about.
United.
Yeah.
No, first the time John Terry slipped in the final of the Champions League.
No, that was the first time. The second time. The one where you lost against Barcelona. That's what he's talking about. And then Barcelona went on to win. Yeah, that season, I'm saying we were supposed to.
Barcelona rocked us.
Yeah, we were supposed to play you guys.
That's the only it's against Chelsea. I say Barcelona. Don't say.
And the thing is, we were gonna beat you guys, and Ronaldo was gonna be the best player in the world again. He was gonna win the Ballon d'Or. But anyways, guys,
Chelsea can fight. You can't just say you're gonna beat Chelsea. I will fight you to that.
Nah, you're not gonna win.
And at that time, we were double.
Nah, bruh, you're not gonna win.
Let's repeat that.
Now, be honest.
I know Chelsea has shown me miracles.
No, you're not gonna beat that United team. You're not going to beat that United team. You are not. You are not. But even that Barcelona win, it was not like a dominant performance because Messi scored with a header, which is very unprecedented. And something that you don't expect every day, but it happened.
Yeah, it didn't happen. All you can do now is speculate.
Yeah, but I wonder, Kevin,
you just speculated.
Would you go in today or these days? Can you go to any final and believe that you can win it? Even against the best teams in the world, because you generally believe that Manchester United were going to win, or at least the fans they believe they believe. We went against Villarreal.
That one I had already counted it. I think I even slept. I was like, this one's in the bag.
You see Chelsea.
And then I saw miracles. You see, that was Ole's only chance. After that loss, I was like, this guy is, as I've said before, that guy, I realized that he's Moses. That guy's not going to get us to Canaan, guys. We need a Joshua. You see, we thank him for taking us out of Egypt.
But
he did get us a good team. It's not gonna win us trophies, guys. It's not gonna happen.
And you must just accept it.
So it's better to just accept it, man. That's how it is in life, guys. Life is like that.
And when I look at it, he must be proud of himself.
Exactly.
Compared to the other managers, he's
actually the one who's done better than
the team
all of them.
Yeah, that's true. All of them.
That's Mourinho, even though Mourinho won, but
in terms of the
team, I have to.
In a better state.
Honestly.
You can slander him however you want to say.
I think at some point, because it's a long time, we have to have a winner match. Like Ukonte is a winner. Ukonte is like, when you buy Ukonte, definitely you will get a trophy. If you have him for 2 seasons, you cannot have a
trophy. Mbappé was saying, he saw this other man saying this other brother saying, he was with his girlfriend, and then his girlfriend, didn't have any job, and they were compiling CVs and applying, and then now he's got a job, and then now the girlfriend doesn't want that man anymore. And he's saying, I must leave him to the. He's done a great job to get him to the next level. Now he must leave her to to the big boys.
Exactly.
Same thing with Holland.
The same thing, guys.
We are thankful, yes, let's build the team, but now you must leave the team to big boys.
Yeah, honestly, guys.
You must leave the
It's that same thing of women saying, hey, I've been to this man, and then he left me, got married the next month.
now
How,
it's
guys?
time
It
for
was
bigger
your
people to
balance.
take over.
That was your purpose.
It's time for bigger people to take over now.
It's time for bigger people to take over, guys.
People who can actually complete the job and be the husband.
It's painful,
the wife.
but that's how it is, man. That's how it is, honestly. So I know, guys. Let's look at the weekend games. The first one, man, it's a good match. Leicester versus Arsenal.
Ooh, I want to watch this one. I want to watch this one.
This is King Power, yeah.
I want to
I
watch
also want to watch
It's been a long
this
time
one.
since I watched a whole, a full Premier League weekend from Saturday 12:30 to like Sunday.
Yeah. Yo, hey, Konje, this weekend is going to be tasty, guys. It's going to be very tasty.
Oh, predictions? Me, I think Leicester win.
Leicester win, yes. Leicester win. Leicester playing high.
So the thing is, Arteta has found some form. He's found some form. He's winning games.
He was always going to find some.
Yeah.
To find
So this is his proving match. Leicester is not a City, but it's also not Everton or a Norwich.
It's a Brendan Rodgers.
It's a good team. So if he wins here, then Arteta is showing signs of life.
But you see, the thing that
showing signs of life.
what Arsenal is doing, it's not sustainable, man. It's like what.
But with Arsenal, sometimes I wonder, man. Is it because of who's this guy? Of Arteta, or is it because they just don't have good players?
I'm not sure, and I wouldn't want.
I also don't know, man.
I wouldn't want to
I
talk
think
on Arsenal. I'm not clued up on the issues.
Arsenal, they don't have.
They don't have good players, man.
Yeah.
Or is it just both?
And
Combination of both.
I think it's a
because
recruitment.
their players are not that bad.
They're not that bad,
still-
but still. So they're not. Their players are good enough to be above West Ham, basically.
Yeah.
Are they good enough to be above Leicester?
Yeah.
Are they good enough to be above Leicester?
No, the recruitment.
players.
The
The
recruitment.
players. No, we're talking about the players.
No, I'm saying the players. No, that's why I'm coming back to the recruitment has not been good enough on the Arsenal side because they've signed a striker, then choosing after they sign another striker, which means
Maybe it's because Leicester just have that good of a manager.
Yeah, but no. Let's take out the manager.
Okay.
Pound for pound in the players. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see.
Let's start. Okay, Ramsdale.
They have
and Schmeichel.
Ramsdale, Schmeichel. Who do we go with?
Schmeichel.
Even Brent Leno, Schmeichel still.
Yeah, Schmeichel still.
Yeah, Ben Leno is shit. Okay, Schmeichel. Ben Leno is rubbish, man. That guy forces to play short passes. Defense are telling him, nigga, play long. They're pressing us. What are you doing? You see, one thing about European fans, they will do that for you, bruh. They will tell you even to shoot. You know, the other people are just, they don't listen. Or what.
Okay.
So, right back, who do we have at Arsenal?
They have.
I know at Leicester we've got Pereira. So I don't think who is there Arsenal is better than Pereira. Pereira. Okay, so it's better. So basically we're doing a combined 11. Pound for pound.
Leicester is better.
And
So we've got centre back.
I think I'll give Evans
and so
Evans and so you should adjust a better combination.
So versus Ben White and Gabriel. So
no, but I think let's not make it a pair because obviously so you and Evans are going to go better. And let's just
Evans and who? Evans and Gabriel.
Yeah, I think we can at least one Arsenal.
No, man, no. We're talking about who's better. It's not about feelings or whatever.
Okay, just say
Evans. Who are we going with? Evans or Gabriel?
Between Ben White and Gabriel.
Ben White or Evans? But I've seen it.
Also, we're saying so Yunchu is already in the team.
Okay, no, listen. Let's say he's not on the team. Let's just continue then.
Evans and
Gabriel.
Yeah, I've seen.
So Evans.
Yeah, I've seen Evans play for a long time.
Okay, Ben White and so Yunchu.
So Yunchu. He has played the whole season. I've been.
Yeah, and then left back, I think. Tierney will take the place.
Tierney,
Tierney definitely
He's
will take
very
the place.
good.
It's very good. It's very
I
good.
wish Wan-Bissaka can watch highlights and a memorandum of how to cross a football. Can
From
Tierney.
Tierney, yeah.
Or you must watch Rich James. They've
Yeah.
been training in England. Yes,
Exactly.
Rich James and Arnold.
But I think Wan-Bissaka is working on that though. 'Cause sometimes it's
At
these
least
days
now
it
it's
seems
advanced.
like
It's
it's-
advanced at least.
So I feel you just need to do more of it. Just need to because guys,
Midfield.
if you're not gifted, you're not.
Midfield.
So midfield is tricky, man. So it's
And
gonna
Ndidi
be
over-
Tielemans versus. Yeah, let me make it hard. Thomas Partey versus.
You know, I think
No,
we have
but
to more
CDMs is Ndidi.
Okay, so Ndidi versus Partey
I'll take a DD anytime.
over Thomas Partey.
Yeah. The
make-
Atletico Thomas Partey. The Atletico Thomas Partey.
I'll take him.
It's
But the
inconsistent.
Arsenal Thomas Partey is injured, guys.
But it's not consistent. The Atletico Thomas
Okay, so we're
Partey.
looking at now.
Now. Who
Okay,
will
now.
play
Okay, yeah, okay.
Who do play
Ndidi.
Yeah.
Ndidi. They even took him out at halftime in one of the games when Lacazette scored the equalizer.
And he celebrated like he won the Champions League.
So Tielemans versus.
Yeah, Tielemans, I don't even care.
Telemans
who's
over anyone in
Tielemans.
that midfield.
Even if it's mid-row, even if it's Odegaard.
Even if it's Smith Rowe.
Yeah.
Even if it's
Guys, Smith Rowe has to play, guys.
Okay,
It's
let's
Telemans.
play 4-3-3 again for the sake. Then we're going to put Telemans and Smith Rowe.
Okay, Tielemans and Smith Rowe
Yeah.
in the
And
middle.
Madison
Yeah.
is not there.
Yeah, so
Madison
so
is
it's,
bench.
so it's Smith Rowe over Madison.
Smith Rowe.
Over Madison.
So it's Smith
That's fair
Rowe
enough.
and I think that's fair
It's
enough.
fair enough. Madison, you see with Madison, what I am against that is
Who do you wanna play? You wanna play Madison?
No, I'm just thinking.
Madison.
No,
is
Madison
playing-
can play now.
Yeah.
Now he can't. Maybe
Oh,
2
yeah,
seasons
okay,
ago.
Okay, yeah.
Now he can't. Madison can play
Madison
now.
has played in the top level
Remember,
for
it's
a long
only
time.
two
before
Arsenal
breaking in.
Players in
Yeah.
because they're shit.
Yeah.
So because what we want to see is it
Is the manager or is it the
Arsenal
players?
Leicester players better than Arsenal?
Even before the manager comes in, because when you bring in the managers, then already
So now I think we're gonna have an issue now because now we're going to the 4-3 now.
4-3, let's
So
do
we
it.
and then we have Aubameyang and Vardy who probably should play up front.
Yeah, so it's between Aubameyang and
So
Vardy.
what are we gonna do?
between them, you must choose
Because
one.
the thing is, remember at Arsenal, Aubameyang does
Also,
go to the
Ian
left.
Nacho
Yeah.
in the picture.
Yeah.
Ian is not gonna play, guys.
Oh.
It's not gonna play.
Yeah,
over
it's
Vardy.
Yeah, the thing is, sometimes they play with Vardy up front. So Thiago is not just.
That's why I'm saying now it's
big
gonna be
names,
tricky
yeah.
because
Big names.
you can play Aubameyang and on the left. I've seen Arteta do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And when he's playing like
Okay.
So what should we do? Should we
Yeah,
Let's
both
see when
Vardy and Aubameyang are playing.
both Vardy? Because the alternative
It's 4-3-3, I mean.
is okay. Saka plays on the left. He does, right?
He's going to on the left. We have Saka. He's inside. He's yes.
Yeah, I think it's Saka, Vardy,
Aubameyang.
on the left.
On the right or on the left.
On the left. Yeah, I think that makes sense. So it's
three
Saka,
or
Aubameyang,
Arsenal
Vardy, and
players.
You see, just by
But are Leicester players that good because they have a proper manager who can gel them to get?
no,
but we can also but that's what
Is
we can
it?
judge them on.
no, is it?
Because remember
Probably.
Ozil at Arsenal is last season. If you were moving a starting lineup, we were gonna put Ozil there.
And also a Maguire. If you were putting a starting lineup that time, we're going to put a Maguire.
And that's how go.
But remember
also-
how Ozil is, because Ozil is that guy who needs a good player, who needs strong midfielders with him.
No, I get what you're saying, but unfortunately, we can only judge players based on how they are playing. It's like what we said with Patton. We know how good he can be.
Yeah.
We know. But right now, according to how he plays,
Yeah.
He can play. Yeah.
did you see that CDM for Leicester that was playing against United and that boy
Is it
good.
Castagna?
No. There's I think it's number 72 or
Yeah, he's a CDM.
he's a CDM. He's black and he's tall. He's
Castagna is a right back.
what he did
Oh,
to
Castagna is a
Fred. What he
right-
did to Fred in that midfield. I thought it was Ndidi at first. Then I saw, man, no, this
This is
not
not
Ndidi.
Didi.
Comes back to the same point again that maybe the players they look good, because of the manager. But if they look good, then it means they're better than the others.
But I think Leicester is the best.
Leicester still have Harvey Barnes.
Harvey Barnes, yeah. I think it's
Harvey
scored
Barnes.
in the Carabao Cup or something.
They have.
Yeah, I like Harvey Barnes. So yeah, I like that player.
They have
I like this player direct. It's like
Direct.
Yeah, it's direct.
Pulisic for which I'm gonna go to Chelsea. I like because he likes to go.
You see, that one is my favorite.
That's how it's different from Hazard.
You see,
Hazard,
you
he
see
likes
that
to play
guy?
the ball.
That guy, Pulisic and Havertz. Doesn't make
Now Havertz is the elegance. It's nice to see.
I wonder when Havertz does something. It was a Tanda boy. That's so beautiful, man.
Okay, we're going on with the predictions.
Yeah. Havertz, man. You know, he gives me that thing, man.
No, we're going.
What a player,
We're
man.
going on with Leicester.
Yeah, so you two said
No, I
I
think
said it's a
Leicester.
Leicester win.
win.
So Leicester win.
Bulls?
We've seen that Leicester.
I'm going for 3-1.
3-1 Leicester.
A 2-1 Leicester.
Yeah,
I
think I'll also give it to Leicester just because. Hey, Mara Smith Rowe, guys.
Yeah, I need to revive my FPL. It's
I think.
I need to
I'll give it to Leicester just because they won the last game and it was against Brentford. So 2-1 Leicester.
Yeah.
2-1 Leicester. Okay, another game, Liverpool versus Brighton. It's gonna be a good game. But well, even at Anfield, Liverpool's gonna win.
They are flying high.
Yeah, they are flying high. Very confident, these bitches.
Salah. Mohamed Salah.
I know they're gonna win, man.
Yeah, I'm not gonna talk about.
And Brighton even lost 4-1 against City. I was so disappointed. So I'll give it to Liverpool. I think 4-1 again.
You are giving them a lot of goals now, yeah.
Hi, man. Liverpool is good.
I'm going to say
Salah.
2-0.
Alimboni Salah nina makanje.
3-1. Lallana go.
Oh yeah.
Is Lallana gonna
It'll
play?
be good. It'll be good if Lallana can
Is he
score.
still on loan, Brighton?
Yeah, he is.
Is
So
he
it's
gonna
probably
play?
going to be.
No, I think it's not on loan. It seems like it's a permanent.
He's gonna score.
So I know.
But also, I like how
Definitely.
Liverpool move on their players who are not performing.
Yeah, they do.
They've moved on Shaqiri very well.
Very
They've
well.
moved on even Lallana with all these injuries. The next one is probably going to be the Ox.
Even the goal.
Yeah, the Ox.
Probably going to be.
But one of the Ox, it's so sad for the Ox, man.
But it came
because
through
the Ox,
Champions League night.
exactly, against City.
Yo.
And then he got injured in that game.
He was flying.
For
That's,
3 win against City.
yo. And
That's what I'm saying. He got injured in that game.
And the week before, he had scored a similar goal in the league.
Because that's where he got off. That's where he was out. Ever since then, he hasn't had. It's sad, man. Injuries.
At that point, you could say it's gonna be a start.
Exactly. At that point, you could see he's saying.
Telling
He was telling Henderson, Wijnaldum, whoever he was competing with, that I'm gonna start.
We're going to do whatever we're doing. I'm going to shoot and score, and he was doing that.
Man, it's sad, guys.
So please do reward him more with the contracts.
And then the same day, on Saturday, the main event, 6:30.
Saturday. The Champions League is coming back next week.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, the one will play on Saturday. The one is on Saturday.
Spurs versus United.
This is El Sakiko.
Who's playing who?
I think
Spurs.
it's
Spurs.
Son, please
Who's
come
gonna
to the
win?
party. Sonaldo. Hey, Siakpeka.
You see, if you
No,
get
I'm going for a United win.
I know, because they always
2-1.
win. They always win.
2-1. I don't see you keeping it clean sheet.
I can see us winning, eh? But man, you know what I wish now? I wish you get that 6-1.
And you see, this is the phases where
Fuck, man.
this when I don't like.
Can't believe I'm wishing my team to lose, guys. But I always to go, eh?
It's the game weeks that every football fan goes through them. That you wish everyone knew, you wish your team would win every week, but for the sake of the greater good, so.
Yeah, so I think I wish
But
3-1
knowing Ole,
Spurs.
knowing
3-1
Ole,
Spurs.
it's going to be. I think it's going to be another Ronaldo win at the end.
Ne?
Then it clouds everything that is happening in the past 2-3 weeks, even a month.
Definitely, man.
Then we are happy again.
But
on Saturday,
we hope
so- 2-1 for United.
So 2-1 for United.
You remember how he pulled up against? He was gone against Everton. And then Cavani came in and saved him.
Saved that guy. His blushes. So Champions League is back, as we said. It's Atalanta versus United. We're away. Hey, now it's at 10. I'm at a Champions League in Zima. Oh, what? 10? But let's cut about 10, my dude. Yo.
And it's Tuesday.
Yo. 10 o'clock.
Yeah. You see now, that's when you know we're getting ready for the knockout stages. You know, once it switches to 10, we know we're getting ready.
No, man, this thing used to be 8 and then it switches to 9.
Yeah, now it's 9 and 10.
9, 10. Oh, what, guys?
Yeah, I used to pick
10 kickoff.
No, but previously, before lockdown, it was 9:45, 9:45.
Oh, yeah.
And the thing is,
it used to be 8:45 and then it switches to 9:45. I'm now 10.
It's the same.
10 is too late.
They kick off at 10. Direct. No, some of them kick off at 10.
It's the repeat of the last game. It's game week 4.
Yeah, it's the repeat of the last game week.
So, when I watch Liverpool against
Atletico again.
Yo, back to
round 2. Yes!
Anfield.
Simeone, please bring all your soldiers. Please. Griezmann is not going to be there. That's sad for me. But Suarez, my guy, I see a goal from you, my guy.
Except I was still recording there.
That guy has to come and bite Van Dijk if he has to. He has to bite Van Dijk if he has to in order to win.
Kunata or Matip or Gomez.
Or whoever, man. I wish Atletico win, man. Atletico. Bella, the thing is, if Atletico doesn't win, they might not make it to the round of 16. AC Milan. I don't think they beat AC Milan.
They drew.
Yeah, so hey. Atletico really need this win. They need this win. Liverpool is fine, man. They're gonna qualify. So Atletico currently is number 2. Okay, but Porto is threatening because they're both on 4 points. Yeah. So Atletico really need to win this one because if Porto wins against Milan and they lose against Liverpool, that's bad, man.
Porto, those guys are fighters.
Yeah, Porto, they are.
Yeah, fighters.
They knocked out Juve last season, eh?
No, they're good. Yeah. Oh yeah, they did. Yeah. Knocked out my
They also gave us a run for our money against Chelsea.
Against Chelsea, yeah.
No, they're a good, they're a good team. So Atlanta versus United prediction. I think we should just
I'm not sure. It's that one. Depending on what happens this weekend, you can expect different results.
Man U is the most unpredictable.
I can't even predict how they're going to play. Man.
No, man, I think we'll win that one. Ronaldo will pull up.
Who's got?
This is the Champions League, guys.
Oh, that's one.
And if we win this one, we're basically through to the round of 16.
Now I'm seeing a United win that.
Yeah, I mean, I think we might lose. We might, even if Ole is the manager, we might lose against Spurs, but this one we have to win, and it's away.
But how?
I'm seeing you coming back from your family, winning against Spurs and then winning against Atalanta, then.
Yeah. But when is this thing going to end? This thing of saying, if we win, Ole will be there. If we don't win, Ole won't be there. It's just not good enough. You must excuse us. I think it's for the third time now. So then Wednesday, the main event, as we know, I'm gonna watch this one. You see this one? This one I'm gonna watch. There's no way I'm gonna sleep through this one. It's going to be another draw. Liverpool versus Atletico. Another draw. This one it will be too much, guys. But Atletico beat Liverpool last time at Anfield, and they were fans. It was the last game of the Champions League where they were fans, and they won. So they might pull it again. Suarez this time, boy. This one they have to win. Atletico has to win. In that position. But Griezmann is not there, man. He was playing well that day. But Felix is still gonna give Van Dijk nightmares. It's a difficult one, I know. Atletico 2-1. Atletico 2-1. I think I just said through. Atletico 2-1. Atletico 2-1. Simeone's boys. They're gonna take it. So I think controls it now. No, it's been an episode, an
extra. What an episode, guys.
I wish you can be this provocative when it comes to your manager, and you must tell the truth. If you're only in,
trust me, that guy would have left a long time ago.
No, but
if I was near him.
I must just close. What are you saying?
Even if I was the fan behind his seat.
Closing statement.
Anything. Your closing statement.
In closing, man, we just wish all the leaves, guys. I think that's what the episode is about. We would like to compete with other kids, man.
Yeah. See, Barcelona have done the honorable thing to let go of.
I'm sad that Barcelona took this step so ill because I wanted to see them in Europa, man.
And we know that
to see them in the
we know that the other teams are happy that United are finished all so.
You see, if I see this T-shirt on Thursday, the double.
I think the other quarter, yeah.
Most guys who support United.
Watch Chelsea again win again without Lukaku.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you play against Malmo, man. You're still playing against Malmo.
I don't even care.
But you drew.
Even if it's Bayern, you can beat anyone. Okay, Seiko now.
Hey, that confidence.
Yeah.
No, so yours truly, you are signing out with confidence.
Yeah. When it comes to Chelsea and Thomas Tuchel,
I just want to say it's been a great journey with Ole, but you must just do the
time, guys.
thing.
As we said,
they are delaying the inevitable. It's going to happen whether now or 3 months later, but it's going to happen.
Yeah, you're just looking for a replacement.
As we said.
But yeah, episode 9. We're coming back with episode 10 next time. Episode.
Yeah, we're coming back with episode 10. That one is gonna be
a big one, a double digits episode.
Yeah, double digits.
But yeah, episode 9.
Peace.